Before you buy Tesla stock, there's something that you have to understand. Some things with time, no matter what you do, they just get a lot more worse. Some things, they don't change at all. Some things, it's a matter of preference. And some things clearly do get better. Now, I believe everything that Elon Musk touches turns out to age very well. Why do smart people still short Tesla stock? Michael Burry, who predicted a 2008 recession and who made a lot of money from it, he says he should be shorting Tesla stock. And if we look at his track record, interestingly, Burry's asset management firm held bearish put options against nearly 1.1 million Tesla shares at the end of June 2021. However, it exited that position during the third quarter of last year. We're going to take a look at what happened here. He also revealed in December 2020 that he was short the company and labeled its stock price ridiculous. So, shorting Tesla stock sometime in June of 2021 and exiting that in Q3, right? So, let's go. Let's take like a higher Tesla stock price in June 25th, just to give a little bit more room for the position to make money. So, if you exited in July, maybe you didn't lose money. And if you exited anywhere else in the third quarter of 2021, you're losing a lot. Hopefully everything. The stock price of Tesla was ridiculous in the year of 2020 December. Okay. And specifically, we know he was short on December 5th already and probably before then. So let's say December 4th. And if we take just from December 4th, by the way, green means bad. He lost money if a stock is up. So there's like one little moment here where he would basically break even. And maybe one moment here basically breaking even. And if he held any longer, he lost money. So Michael Burry, sorry, wrong picture. Wrong picture again. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, why do Michael Burry's hot takes that initially look like hot takes age so badly? Well, that's one thing that we really have to understand as Tesla stock investors. But I think the consensus among us Tesla stock investors is that we want a piece of whatever Elon Musk is involved in. So I have a list here of things that us Tesla stock investors should answer before we buy Tesla stock. And to me, all these answers are pretty clear, but I'm going to be making some more videos based on some of those subjects. But if you are going to buy Tesla stock, you have to be able to answer those questions. One is, why do smart people, for example, Bill Gates has definitely a high IQ. Why would people like that short Tesla stock? That's something to answer. Bad decision. But still, why do they do it? What's the reason behind it? Also, next thing, is management selling any of their Tesla stock? Are they buying more stock? Then are they planning to exit? Are they well financially incentivized to improve the valuation? Of course, good news that Elon Musk did not sell Tesla stock to buy Twitter. I am very happy with that. But you have to know answers to these questions. Is Elon Musk really a genius? Why? Why do you think he's a genius? Who could beat him? Can you answer that with factual information? Why was the consensus historically so wrong about Tesla stock? Now, just because it was wrong before, does that guarantee it will continue to be wrong? And that's the question. Will it continue to be wrong? Currently, actually, the consensus is looking bright for Tesla stock for the next 12 months. If you look at Wall Street consensus for Tesla stock price, they think it's going to be up. I made a video earlier about that. You may check that out. What are all possible downside scenarios that Tesla bulls see? So I like to see, if I like a stock, I like to first go to what do the bulls see that is possibly concerning. And then after I understand their position, I also like to hear what the bears are saying. And then I want to be able to counter every single thing that they say with factual information. And if I cannot counter that, then I assume that what they're saying is true. And then I base that into my calculation. And will Tesla really scale to 20 million deliveries a year? What are the biggest obstacles in achieving that goal? And how is Tesla planning to overcome them? Do you know the answers to those? Maybe I should make a video about that. By the way, leave comments below. If you see anything in here that you really would like to know more about, let me know. And I will elaborate more about those in future videos. Who are Tesla's biggest competitors? I know. In the Tesla community, we like to joke that the competition is coming nowhere near Tesla, right? But I believe that there are going to be some competitors. Now, how strong, how big of a threat they are right now, I don't think they are a threat right now. But will that change in the future? And if it does, who will it be? How to watch the competition. Remember how everyone, like 10 years ago, even 7 years ago, all the automakers had this hubris, and they were all completely wrong about Tesla. We do not want to be the establishment, because Tesla now is becoming the establishment for EVs. We're just a few years away from Tesla making the most units per year in terms of vehicles produced per year, more than almost every automaker, very quickly. And soon, number one, I believe. So Tesla is almost guaranteed to be the establishment. So we do not want to get cocky. We want to see who is going to be competing against us. And then we want to watch those competitors. So I don't want to just dismiss any potential competition. Right now, I think it's laughable. But I am very carefully looking at any possible competition. So who are the biggest competitors? Do you know? Can you answer that? I have a few that come to my mind. Maybe I should make a video about that. Can you disprove Tesla bears with facts, not emotion, not by making fun of them, but with facts? Can you do that? Will Tesla solve FSD, full self-driving? If yes, what is the latest timeline, and what is the probability, and why do you think so? How do profit margins of Tesla look like when gigacasting 4680 battery and Cybertruck technologies are all scaled and implemented? Spoiler alert, is going to be really pretty. Or should I say attractive? I believe that statement about 4680 battery, Cybertruck technology, and gigacastings will age about as well in 20 years as Jennifer Lopez has. But then the question is, how fast can competitors catch up and copy those technologies? Because do not kid yourself, competitors will copy all those technologies. They will not just stand still and do nothing. They will copy Tesla. Absolutely 100%. What's the worst case for profitability for Tesla stock? And are you happy with that worst case scenario? What is the chance of going bankrupt? It's not zero, but it's pretty close to zero. I think that's pretty clear to all of us at this point. Who can replace Elon, or what would happen to Tesla without Elon? What is the Wall Street consensus? What do analysts with the best track record say is the worst and base case? Who is going to compete with Tesla? What is Tesla's moat? I think innovation actually is the biggest Tesla's moat. That's one of the main reasons why I hold Tesla stock, but there's so much about it. And how can we be sure that Tesla will actually keep innovating? I mean, most companies, when they get big, they stop innovating. How can we know that Tesla will not stop innovate? And if Tesla does stop innovating, which I think, when I look at Apple, I mean, since Steve Jobs is no longer with us, I haven't really seen any major innovation. But when you look at Apple stock in the last 10, 12 years, it still has grown tremendously. So that does not mean that it doesn't make sense to own the stock. But how much would Tesla grow if they stop innovating? How big of a distraction will Twitter be to Elon Musk? Elon says it's not going to be a distraction, but how do we know that for sure? How would unforeseen crises affect Tesla stock? The crisis of the last 2 years, we sort of have a glimpse, but what if this happens again, or even worse? Or what happens if we have early 1930s style Great Depression again. How would Tesla perform? Are electric cars definitely, for sure, 100% the future? How about hydrogen, for example? I actually made a video about hydrogen. It's a pretty good video. It answers that question very clearly. What is your personal bias towards Tesla stock? How do you compensate for that? How do you overcome that? I personally certainly have a positive bias towards Tesla stock because I own Tesla stock. I want Tesla stock to go up. But actually, with my personality, my bias actually is even stronger to look for negative things. So it's a little bit of a double bias. First, I look, I look for positive things, but then even more, I spend even more time looking at all the negatives, actually. So my personal bias is actually being a little bit overly negative about Tesla stock when I compare my whole bias, which that's intentional, by the way, because my main objective of my money is to not lose any long term. How will geopolitics impact Tesla stock? There's two big countries that are not getting along in this day, two of the biggest countries in the world, that is, and Tesla has factories in both of them. If those two have a boxing match, what happens? I actually made a video about that as well. Why does Tesla believe it will reach 20 million yearly deliveries in the year of 2030? They grew at 50% before, but can they sustain it? And if they can, why and how will they be able to do that? Can we answer that with facts? What is the political risk for Tesla stock? Now, with Elon Musk being the kingmaker, because he owns Twitter. What is the minimum length of time to hold Tesla stock, for example, to most likely be profitable? My intention, by the way, is to hold Tesla stock until at least 2030. How good is Tesla's AI and FSD team? Is it really the best in the world? How can we know that for sure? I mean, the FSD team is not big. It's surprisingly small, actually. It's not thousands of people working on full self-driving. There are many more questions that I believe are important to answer before buying Tesla stock, but these are some of the main ones. I don't want to make this video an hour long by digging into every single little thing. So leave a comment down below what you believe are the most important questions to answer before buying Tesla stock. And if you saw any things here that you'd like me to expand or elaborate or make separate videos about, let me know, and maybe I will. My name is Matt Postis. These are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio, and I will see you later tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.